Peace, peace, peace. What up, what up, what up? Coach Kai here, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to talk about self-discovery, sex, relationships, and rituals. And the class we just had last Thursday and the class we're about to have this Thursday. Abdul Kul Tafalatat, Wabazun, Gamma Ferragun, Shalel Kulun. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. And I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all, as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Istinje, Elanku. What up, what up, what up? Thanks everybody for coming through like the woohoo. I'm Coach Kyer, Team Taurus. Please drop your zodiac and your city and state wherever you are, and let me know that you, and press 2 if you shared the video, so I can know that you supporting. Somebody else wants to hear about self. This could benefit them in some way. So please share on your. Matter of fact, put this in a group somewhere. What up, Cheryl? Hey, Chanel. Team Taurus in the Bronx. Jasmine, what's wrong with your phone? What you got going on? What up, C. Nicole Frazier? Miss Gray is building. Yay! Can I hear you say something? Mic check.
Hey, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I can hear you too. Yeah. What up, CJ Henry? What up, Miss Chevius Gray? Thanks everybody for joining in. We have the illustrious Team Pisces, Jasmine Aten out here, killing them with the smiles and the brow and the eyes and all that. We was just over her page, and everybody was just like, oh, they were just swooning over her, which y'all should be. What up, Magus? How you feeling tonight? Thanks everybody for coming through. Please press 2. What up, Darwin? Big shouts out to Darwin and the whole M Rain, let's Mystic Magic crew over there. We just a big old coven. We just moving in different areas. We all trying to get everybody to get their stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna start it off and say the class that we had Thursday, the first self-discovery class in my mind was a big time success. And I want to congratulate everybody who came out and invested in themselves to come to the private class where we could stop all of the noise and they could just ask us questions and we could have fun. I had an amazing time. I have not had an experience like that where I really get to sit down and let people concentrate. And I'm happy that it was $26 because everybody was in there was serious. Everybody was respectful. Everybody was like, you know what? Let me get it in. Let me get it in. Let me get it in. Jasmine, how did you feel about class this Thursday?
Class was amazing. Everyone that showed up, the energy was great. The questions were great. Everyone that was there was great. We covered a lot of things. I love the fact that we were able to give undivided one-on-one attention to everyone for their particular situation, and I feel everyone walked away with an answer to their question. And my favorite part was the group ritual that we were all able to do.
Yeah. So at the end, what we do after we do all the Q&A, Jasmine gives us a group ritual. So I gave her a challenge that in 2 days she had to come up with a ritual to give the group that we could all do with supplies around the house. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this time, if she gives me a list of things by Tuesday, I could send it out to people who've already registered. You see what I'm saying? But another piece when you were talking that I really liked about class was that one-on-one attention, and that nobody had to wait on their answer. So, you know, like when you're in a group, you might post something in a group, then you might have to wait 2 hours, half a day, 2 days before somebody can get to you. So in Let's Talk Magic, we have so many people because we got some people, we got everybody at different levels. So people that's already had that experience, they may get over and give you an answer. But if you want it from the top of the heap, that's us. And that's what we did. We made ourselves available. So you could be like, you know what, Thursdays at 9, I'm gonna be over there. Now, yes, we kind of wanted to do Monday, but I ain't ready. Maybe next week I could try to be ready for this Thursday and this Monday, I only thought like 15 or 20 people was going to show up. We had more than double that to show up. And yeah, so this week, some people had some issues with logging in. So I'm working on making that even simpler this week by having messages come to your phone versus having you go to your email. Because I bet you most of you, if you look in your email into your spam, you'll see something from Coach Khayr. It'll either be hello@coachkhayr.com or coachkhayr@gmail. But we had a fun time. I had a fun time. But this week, we're going to be talking about sex and relationships and rituals. Because Jasmine was like, she was like, why didn't people ask more questions about rituals last week? Why did you notice that, Jasmine, about there weren't a lot of questions about rituals last week when they had you at their disposal? We had some questions, but we didn't have more questions. What do you think that was about?
I felt a slight hesitation in the room, meaning there was a lot of information. There was an abundance of information, and people asked a lot of questions. But I feel like, no one wants to ask that sex question. No one wants to ask that relationship question. So I think there was a little bit of hesitation. There was so much positive energy flowing around. I think it maybe people kind of forgot to say, oh, wait a minute, the full moon is coming. Maybe there's a ritual I should be asking about. So I want to, in regards to this, I want to also prepare people for their rituals. But sex is a very healthy part of life. Relationships, romantic and non-romantic, you have a relationship with friends, you have a relationship with family, with coworkers, with your boss. So, anyone that you relate to, you want to make sure that that energy is flowing the way that you want. So I'm hoping that I know that this Thursday, people will ask more ritualistic questions, but also relating to others is how we get along in life on a daily basis, which is why I'm so excited that we're addressing this particular topic this week.
Yes, I do think everybody was excited too, because they was like excited they got in the room. They was
Yeah.
excited that people was here. They was excited we got right to business. We did
Mm-hmm.
not wait around and try to joke and waste no time. And yeah, we're trying to keep it at 90 minutes, 2 hours tops, but I think we went like 2:45 or something like that. And it was just, we wanted to try to get to as many questions as we could, but then Gabrielle, my assistant, she was like, hey, you've been on here about 3 hours, player. It's over. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, see y'all next week. So what up, Bashan Level, Peace God, Team Cancer in Birmingham, Skibo Team Pisces in Greensboro. Let me get my shouts out real quick. Team Taurus in Michigan, Team Libra in Florida, Team Sag in North Carolina, Team Leo in Charlotte, Team Leo in Texas. Everybody shouting out Jasmine. What up, Team Aquarius? Oh, you in New Jersey, Darwin? I can't keep up with Darwin. That joker right there. Team Capricorn, New York City. What it do, what it do, what it do. So the way we came up with, I came up with the idea and I was like, Jasmine, what do you think about this? So we just came out of a very tumultuous Mercury retrograde. It's over. Mercury is going direct. There'll be another one in a couple of months. So but during Mercury retrogrades, there's these breakups. There's these breakups. And the weak relationships get washed out.
Mm-hmm.
But these relationships that got jacked up this time was over emotions and pride. And probably somebody got caught with their hand in the cookie jar too. So why don't you learn more basic fundamentals to be in a fundamentally sound relationship so you can produce and create more harmoniously, spiritually, sexually, emotionally, financially, the money. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Let's talk about that. So it's not that you can't ask questions in this class on Thursday at 9 o'clock for just $26 about, like last week, we had the floor all the way open. There was nothing that you couldn't ask about. Where's my where's We had magical, ritual, or spell questions, road openings, come to me, working with your candles, banishing, business questions, any money questions, any relationship questions, any spiritual questions, any astrology questions, any life challenging questions. And they were questions from every angle. And
Mm-hmm.
we tried to get to all of them. We're going to do the same thing. If you got a business question, come ask it. But I want to kind of just narrow it down just a little bit to relationship questions. Maybe we may be finished in an hour. I doubt it. I doubt we're going to get through all the questions in an hour because everybody has some very specifics. So one thing I'm going to be discussing is your love language in your astrology, I'm sorry, your relationship language in your astrology chart, as well as how to identify the super compatibles for you in your chart. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not the sun sign. Everybody's like, what about Pisces and Libras? What about Scorpios and Virgos? Please, it's a grown up conversation that's moving past sun sign astrology. Yes, ma'am, Jasmine.
Will you be covering relationships with parents and children?
I will be covering all relationships of any sort that you can bring up and think about and imagine, especially parents and children, because I'm sick and tired of parents raising their children out of fears. You're
Mm-hmm.
raising your children out of fears, and it's like, or you're raising them out of the mistakes that you think you made. But I just asked a brother earlier, if your child doesn't have the exact birthday that you do, then you're not helping him raising him off of your experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because your karma is in your birth chart. So your child's karma is not in your birth chart. Your child's karma is in their birth chart. So why don't you know it so you can help that and see, man, what's my child's relationship language? My child may be a little standoffish, and I'm over here pressing them to be like, come close to me. I'm your mother. I'm supposed to be loving all up on you. But that's not how they relate to people, period. And you trying to like make them go outside of their chart. That's just like, do you know what your blood type is, everybody? I'm an O negative. I can give to anybody, but I only can take O negative. So I can't go to the doctor and he say, oh, it's just blood. I'm gonna just give you this B positive.
Right.
No, my G, you trying to kill me. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of y'all have terrible relationships with your children or even with your parents because you're not familiar with what your relationship language is. And I'm going to show you how to go in, tick, 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 open it up and find it just like that. Because I can't share the screen here on Facebook Live, but I can go share the screen. Oh, that was something I liked last week too when people were asking about the best type of medallions to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, somebody asked a question about things to listen to while you were asleep. Like we were smacking joints last week. So if you want to get that last class, I highly suggest it. We're going to post a page where you can go get last week's recording, and then we're going to have this week's recording and probably post it tomorrow or Tuesday. What was I getting ready to say? What was I getting ready to say? Oh, me and Jasmine were just on her page, right? So we're talking about sex and relationships. And some people was like, oh, I've been celibate for so long. I ain't been having sex. Our classes are about engagement and involvement. If you ain't involved in something, then don't come to class. We're not
Mm-hmm.
we're not beg. Everybody don't need to come to class. We just want people to come to class who are involved in what our subject matter is going to help you grow. Jasmine, you want to talk about that?
Absolutely. Well, like I always say, sex is for manifesting. It is very healthy. And you should be coming to class. Number one, this is about healing. This is about self first, partner second. But are you involved with the right partner? Are you sexually active with the right partner? Are you two manifesting, the life that you want? Or are y'all just wasting time bumping uglies and both y'all are broke? Just saying. So we gonna get down to it. And if you are celibate, you know what? Maybe it's time to break that celibacy. And I understand some people, they're like, well, I want to be with the right person and I don't want to just give it up. Okay, fine. Well, let's help you manifest the right person through ritual. Not ritual. I'm not talking about putting spells on another person, make them fall in love with you. I put a spell on you. Why don't we heal your heart chakra? Why don't we figure out why you're celibate? You're celibate because you haven't healed from your past relationship and you don't want to open up your heart. Why don't we do some ritual work on you? So come to class so you can learn how to open yourself, because at the end of the day, this is an experience. Life is short and everyone deserves to have companionship, intimacy, love, and let's face it, we're all grown here. Sex is fun. Why would you deprive yourself of such an amazing experience? That's like saying, I don't eat. Not, I'm celibate. I don't eat. What? That don't make no damn sense. Just saying.
And somebody asked a question, what about if you need to be alone for a little while to get your stuff together? My
Yeah.
definition of alone is not 3 years. Okay?
No.
Celibate is, 6 months, a year tops. Once you go over a year, it's something up with you, player, and it ain't healing. No, 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 no. It ain't healing. It's your personal issues. You just don't have a system. Why don't you just get a system? You were given this math. You were given a certain blood type. You were given a certain birthday. You were given a certain position of the planets. So why you think that there's not a rhythm out here that can be solved just like taking blood pressure?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And not only that, if you have been in multiple failed relationships and the relationships keep failing for the same reason time after time, like yeah, you'd have been in relationships and you keep breaking up and it's you keep finding the same problem but in different partners, it's not them, boo. It's you. So let's identify what's going on with you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Why a lot of people say, I keep manifesting the same partner. No, you keep operating the same way and your partner see it and they walk away. Let's point the finger instead of doing let's do this and let's figure out what is it inside of you that keeps creating the same repetitive unhealthy cycle, and let's fix that so you don't have to be alone or go through another breakup.
Hello.
Yeah.
And so who's this class for? I'm gonna start out wide, everybody. But then if you really desiring to improve your relationship situation, you've been out of the game for a while. We had a young lady that was like, I was in a relationship for 20 years. I've been married. Now I'm divorced. I want to know how to get back in the game. Come through. Someone, Adrian just said, I've been single for 13 years.
Come to class, boo.
Hurry up. It's
You could be the
$26.
first one to sign up. Come on, honey bunny.
You got $26 in the cushion of the couch over there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You got a pair of shoes you ain't worn that you could go down there and take them somewhere and get something off of them. But Alice says it's different reasons people are in that position. What I say to Alice is stop making excuses for other people and look at your relationship and what are you doing. See, this class that we're doing is called what? Self-discovery. It ain't called other people discovery, is it, Jasmine?
No.
What I liked about the class was I told everybody too, don't be coming in here asking questions for nobody else. We only talk about you in this class. So we don't let you come into class and generalize stuff. My man Big Ben came in and asked a question about why do you think people such and such? That's for my Facebook lives. That's for my opinions. That ain't for my personal class. I told Ben, you wasting your $26. I don't want nobody, I don't like no money to be wasted. Come over, put your best foot forward and say, I want to get this information for me. What I
Yes.
say, it's an individual class in a group setting. Everybody type that. Individual class in a group setting. It's not for you to go and be like, well, some people are ignorant, all these other people, and ask about yourself. We're
Right.
giving you so much permission to be pure selfish. That's what it's for. Selfish means to be like. We want
Mhm.
you to come through and find out and get answers for you. Now, how do you sign up? Self-discovery, self-discovery class.info. But it's not ready right now at 11 o'clock on Sunday night. But for those of you watching the replay, it probably will be ready for next week. Okay. So that's where you can go and sign up. All right. And selfdiscoveryclass.info. But if you're on here live right now and it's Sunday night and you go in there and you say it's expired, just keep coming back until it works. But that's the site, okay? Because you'll get it all figured out, and we will have another announcement on Jasmine page, on my page, through my email to let you know, hey, the doors are open. So just like at the club, sometimes you got to line up outside and wait because we cleaning up from the last party, okay? Because Jokers was in there popping bottles and having fun and smacking asses and all of that stuff going on. You feel me? So I really hope at least 5 or 6 of y'all went home last Thursday, and you either went into the ritual, you felt really satisfied, or you got you some skins. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all got some action. And so this week, hopefully you can get you. I'm definitely trying to set up a bunch of people to get some action in this weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Men and women.
Mhm.
I don't know how to come off my hiatus. Come to
Mhm.
class.
And I'm
Um,
curious to see how everybody did after the ritual that I gave them on Thursday. I want to hear what the results are, so we can move into phase two of the next ritual, because this is going to be a goodie.
uh, Rashida said, "How long is the class?" Well, we plan on 90 minutes, and then we give the
Right.
last 15 to 20 for Jasmine to tell us about the ritual and answer questions for the ritual. However, the first class, with all the excited people with the party hats on, it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. And the replay is available if you need it. Just inbox us and it'll be available. If you just got here, we want you to press 2 if you shared this video because somebody you know needs self discovery help, sexual
Mhm.
help, relationship help, and ritual help. And the rituals that this conversation that we're going to be talking about this week is going to be about you having more healthier, happier relationships, better rituals for you. And I told Jasmine I want 2 rituals this week. I know she got a self-love ritual. She probably got several of those, but I
Mhm.
wanted her to have a self-supporting ritual, not self-support, self-love all in one candle. No, 2 candles, 2 flames,
Mhm.
self-supporting. How can you support yourself through your efforts so you can have some confidence? You might need a red candle for that, man, because some of y'all need to get passionate. Y'all got way more excuses. Your excuse machine is finely tuned. Your excuse
Mhm.
machine.
Mhm.
What?
Or
What
to
is
eliminate the fear, get past the fear, get past the self doubt. Whoever told you you can't do it, you got to step out of that. That's another thing with people that say that they're celibate or they've been single. You're afraid to open your heart. You're afraid to get out there and date. You're afraid to hell. You're afraid to go outside the house. You got to get past. You got to get past that. So we don't. I got you, boo. We got a ritual for that too.
somebody said, is it $26 per class? Absolutely. It's pay as you go. You don't want to come? Don't cost you nothing. You come one time, don't come no more. You don't pay no more. You don't want to hear about relationships and sex and rituals for these 2 things and more self-discovery, don't come to this class. We'll have another one next Thursday on something else. But it's not only a class just relationships. You can ask whatever you want. I'm just gonna say that's what last week I want to talk about self-sabotage. That what was on my heart to like kind of like, and we had a bunch of people who was definitely in there on some self-sabotage too. Like
Yeah.
I I'm not I'm pleased when I can help people, but I didn't want to see that many people who were self-sabotaging. Like we had to scream on some people. It was like, come on now, that's you. And the
Hmm.
cards we was pulling last week, woo, we was like in the casino. Them cars was talking. Them cars was everybody. Jasmine's in California. In Atlanta. She pulling from a whole different deck. I'm pulling from another deck. Them cars are saying this.
Same card. Yep.
Not here, not here, not close. They was like, ping. So yeah. I'm scared as hell to get involved with someone. We'll see you in class on Thursday. It's okay. You don't have a system. It's just like when you got some money and you scared you're gonna lose it, it's because you don't have a system. If you ain't got a system and all you have is you based off of your past failures, I'd be scared too. What? I can't tell you, oh, don't be scared. If you got a raggedy ass system, then guess what? Then you should be scared. We're here to upgrade you. What do we say? Our self-discovery classes on Thursday for $26 is a remedy class. It's a solutions class. It's a strategy class. There's nobody watching you either because everybody respects money. That's the one thing how we got this class separate. Everybody, like on here, you might not want to like ask certain questions because you don't know who's gonna see it on the Facebook feed. Over there, everybody know we got integrity in the class. And I respect that everybody in here paid at least a little bit of money to get in here. And they coming for something. And I'm going to respect everybody's money. Everybody was, for me, I respected everybody's money that came. And everybody that came in there was like, this is what I expect. The first question we asked was, what are your intentions? What you want to get out of this? Not one person came and was like, oh, I ain't got no intentions. Shit. When you spend $5, you got some intentions on getting $5 worth of something. So everybody was like, I'm here to get this here. Somebody says, I'm in my 40s. I don't care if you're in your 160s. This class is for you because you're asking questions for you. Selfishly come to class and ask questions about where you are in your 40s. All right? We'll see you. No, it's not going to be on Zoom. When you sign up, you'll have the link for where it's at. Don't worry about the platform. We'll take care of all of that. We had everybody was in the class. You see what I'm saying? Look how your consciousness will try to fight and give you some type of limitation, and you asking about things that don't even matter. Like what platform is it? Is it gonna be on Zoom? Where's it gonna be at? We just got finished having a totally successful class Thursday. We're gonna take care of that. Do you got $26 and some questions? Then we'll take care of the platform. We want you to come and chill and relax. No pressure. Go ahead, Jasmine. What was you going to say?
No. I was just going to say, and this is something that I learned when I took my Insight seminar, how your limiting character, I can see people's limiting character showing up in their questions. Your limiting character, your subconscious, your higher self will say, oh, I need that. But your limiting character, your basic self will be like, well, what platform is it on? Am I going to be able to? You want to get out of your own way? That's the only thing you should ask yourself. If you're ready to get out of your own way, then you need to come to class. If you're not ready to get out of your own way, you should still come to class. We're going to teach you how and why you should be ready to get out of your own way. Another thing that I was taught in Insight is vote for yourself. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm 33. If you're older than me, you should be voting for yourself. You shouldn't be worried about the next person. You shouldn't be asking questions for your girlfriend or the Facebook post and let's talk magic. You should vote for yourself. You should come to class for the simple fact that all the things that you truly, really, 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 really want deep down inside, but you're scared to ask, you should come to class to ask those questions, to get the help that you deserve, to live the life that you deserve. So put your limiting character in the corner and for once, vote for yourself. Or if you like being in the position that you're in, you can stay there. But chances are you don't want to be there or you wouldn't even still be watching this video. And everybody who's watching this video right now, all 38 of you, you're still watching for a reason. You came across this video for a reason. Your higher self brought you here for a reason. So that means I'm going to see all of you on Thursday.
Jasmine, can you talk about, what do you say, your limiting character?
Your limiting character.
Where does the limiting character come from and how did you pick it up so easily? Where does it come from?
The limiting character, it comes from a lot of things, but it comes from our basic self. The limiting character for most people starts in childhood. It comes from some type of experience, some type of trauma. Um, the limiting character is that little teeny tiny voice that tries to sabotage all the things that you want to do. I can see it in a lot of people asking questions on this speed. That's their limiting character trying to find an excuse to talk them out of going. They're hoping we're going to give them an answer so they can say, oh, well, I'm not going to go to class because this was the answer. Your limiting character is it's what pulls you back. It's that fear of not quitting that job, of not going on a date, of not having sex, of I'm not good enough, I don't fix myself out, I don't want to go out. Da, 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 da. That limiting character, and again, it's a childhood experience. And I did these courses. It can go all the way back, all the way back. Now, some of y'all ain't ready for that yet, but it is that little tiny person. If you go back to your 5-year-old self, because that's usually when it starts, it's your 5-year-old self that didn't have a voice in a lot of decisions that were made for you as a child. And that 5-year-old self shows up in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s. And that still self that wasn't able to have a say so will not allow you to have a say so to show up and vote for yourself to take a class like this, because the ego wants to keep you in this repetitive cycle of not evolving. So you're in a conflict between your higher self, your basic self, your mental self, and your emotional self. You got to pick one. Now, yes, you are multidimensional, so you are all these things. But which one are you going to be? Are you going to be passive and let the limiting character keep you stuck in the position that you're in? Or are you going to show up and vote for yourself and move forward to have the life that you want? Because let's face it, life is short, honey. Vote for yourself, come to class.
You know what your father used to say
I could go
all the
on
time?
and on about that.
No, I'm just saying that I'm just watching you and I got my fingers back over here like your daddy. And your daddy used to sum all that up in one phrase. He used
Mm-hmm.
to say, do you want to be the locomotive or do you want to be the caboose? Then
Hello.
he liked the cigarette. That's the Grand Master. He said, you want to be the locomotive? Locomotives vote on themselves. They hit the
Mm-hmm.
gas, they go where they're going. The caboose is waiting for a ride. Somebody else has to pull me. Something else needs to motivate me.
Mm-hmm.
Something else got to push me. But you all have locomotive capabilities. You got caboose capabilities. Maybe you need to take off 2 weeks and be a caboose, but not 52 weeks,
Right.
not 104 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Not 2,200 weeks. That's 4 years. No, some of y'all been caboosing it way too long. All right. So the class you'll be able to sign up at selfdiscoveryclass.info. If you go over there right now because you're live, it's gonna say class is expired because we're still cleaning up from the party we just had Thursday. So it'll be ready tomorrow or Tuesday. Okay. So just keep going to selfdiscoveryclass.info. If you are already on my mailing list and you're getting emails from me, then you're gonna see it. You don't even have to worry about it. But come Tuesday or whenever we get the page up, Jasmine's gonna post it. I'm gonna post it. You have notification. It's not tonight though. We just letting you know and giving you time so you can put the kids in the bed. You can like rearrange your schedule. Cause we gave y'all a short ass notice last week. We told you on Tuesday and Thursday was class. And y'all still came up and stunned it. You know what I'm saying? But what up, Chicago, Illinois? Team Aries. I see you in the building. So she says, "This is deep. My head is spinning." We just out here just chilling. We ain't even teaching yet. We just chopping it up. But the other thing I like what you said about the limiting self is, or the limiting character.
Mm-hmm.
Some people be trying to negotiate too much with a 5-year-old, and then you end up letting a 5-year-old run your 33-year-old self, your
Mm-hmm.
43-year-old self, your 55-year-old self.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you got a 5-year-old running a grown ass person.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
And and you getting the results of an adolescent. You're
Right.
getting adolescent results because you negotiating too much.
Mhm.
I'm not here to help you negotiate with your 5-year-old. I'm here to help you self-discover him or her, acknowledge him,
Mhm.
and then say your services is no longer needed. Because that attachment that you have to them because you don't have a system is so romantic that it's done become toxic.
Mhm. Oh.
And now the toxicity that's come from this 5-year-old adolescent behavior getting adolescent results that's running your grown ass life. Don't
Mhm.
nobody want to be in a relationship with you, or you
Mhm.
keep having toxic relationships.
Mhm. Because
But
people are
as Jasmine says so eloquently, I'm about to pass it over. It's you, boo. Go ahead, babe. What we about to say?
people are operating in their relationships from their limiting character. And that limiting character is a result of whatever they experience as their 5-year-old self. Some people didn't get enough hugs or kisses from their parents, and it translates into their relationships. Some people were molested as children, and it's translated into their relationships. Some people grew up in single parent households, and it has translated into how they handle relationships. I guarantee you, anybody that's having a relationship trauma goes back to their childhood, the limiting character.
Facts. All facts. All facts. My trauma went back to childhood. I had to go in there and fix it. And guess what it was? Self-discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I was blaming my mama. I was blaming my daddy. But then I was like, what is that gonna get me?
Mm-hmm.
Cause my daddy, now he in the ancestor realm. He ain't finna change that. He didn't leave me no time machine. My
Mm-hmm.
mama, the
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio, who is
Mm-hmm.
like, that's on you, my nigga. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? She got a point.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't control the actions of other people. But like Santos said, you want to change the world, start by changing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
An,
Mm-hmm.
Another line he got directly from your father: change the world by changing me. That's what the
Yes.
song he sung at the memorial. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Yes.
listen,
Yes.
y'all
And
want to, y'all,
a lot of people are still blaming their parents. They're still blaming their 5-year-old selves for why they are operating the way they're operating. So that's something that we will touch on and help offer some supportive remedies for that.
and if you sending me a friend request because it's your first time seeing the video because your friend shared this, thank the friend, and then you have to send me a message before you send me well, you have to send a message along with the friend request because I don't know you, and some of these folks out here is crazy. So just like at my house, you can't come in my house if you don't speak. My Facebook page is my personal page. All you gotta do is introduce yourself or say I saw you on the video. I just sent you a friend request. That's it. What up, nephew? What up, Tutu? Team Aries in Chicago. Um, we're also wanting to make this more convenient for people because they saw Jasmine doing all these rituals by the ocean in Los Angeles and they couldn't make it. An airplane ticket round trip to Cali, super cheap, is gonna be 400.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then your room for the weekend or for 2 days, plus your transportation and plus your food, you looking at spending $800.
Mm-hmm.
There go to eight again. We just took two zeros off, split the eight down, and now it's $26. You can come to class on your telephone. Some people be like, well, really? What I'm really happy is nobody complained about the price. Nobody said nothing. Everybody was like, $26? I got that.
Right.
Then people was like, I don't have 26 this week, but I have 26 next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Now the replay, because I want to make sure there's value and I want to encourage people to come live, because if you pay for the live class and then you miss it, you get the replay. You already paid. But the replays are going to be $35. I got to be partial for the people who showed up on time. When you show up on time, you get the benefit. So we're trying to teach people accountability. $35. Who was in the class? Who was in the last class that we just had? Was the last class worth $35? Yes or no? I'm gonna just let some people answer that question right there. Was the last class worth $35?
Well,
So
a lot of people spend $26 on weed, alcohol, condoms, pussy powder, Jordan, all that, eyelashes, brows, birth control pills. I mean, come on now. This is to help you be able to afford all the rest of those luxuries. Come spend this $26 on this relationship class.
yeah.
Hey, just saying.
Jasmine, birth control, $26?
Birth control, pussy powder, and condoms. Weed, Jack Daniels, Hennessy. Y'all know y'all be drinking some Hennessy. $26 bottle Hennessy. Come help yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Heineken's. My man said he buys sneakers all the time. Matter of fact, they don't even have any $26 sneakers out here. They don't have any
Hello.
20. They don't have any $26 sneakers. PayPal. What's that? Payless shoes. I think they went out of business. You got to go to Ross. Dress for less. Ross ain't even got hardly no $20 shoes up in there. Do we need to go back? Do we need to go back to all of the past classes? Excellent question. No, you do not need to. Would I? Would I? I'd show up for class because each class is building. But you can come in at you can come in at any class and still be straight because this might be the class that you need. Then you can just go back. So when we post the old class, we'll have all the questions that were asked in that class, not the answers though. And so you'll just read the questions and be like, yo, like 15 of them questions I need. Well, it's already there. $35. You got to be able to invest in your education, bro. It's called continuing education. As long as you stay on planet Earth, you're gonna have to invest in continual education. I'm 49. I gotta stay sharp. I can't just be like, I have it all. I'm not going to no more classes. Shit, bruh, bruh. I got to get there. I'm still kicking, but from what I've already spent, continually a part of my budget, it helps me grow. It's just like watering my plant. You can't just get a plant and water it one time and be like, I don't know why it's dying. Because you ain't giving it continual water, because you ain't talking to it, because you ain't speaking to it. So nah, it's we just having those available because what I'm thinking, I'm a visionary. So I'm thinking about November. Somebody just finds out about me and Jasmine. In November, we're gonna have August, we're gonna have September, October. We're gonna have like 14 classes. They might not need all 14 classes. They may want to come in on class 15, but they may want to go back and be like, yo, class 6 had all this going on. Class 2 had all this relationship stuff going on. I did over 100 interviews with Dr. Maxwell Nardi on my Blog Talk Radio. You type in symptometry Coach Khayr, and you're gonna see 100 radio shows on Blog Talk. Not one of them are the same subject, but they all built off the first show. The first show was symptometry, the best healthcare you've never heard of. And we built off of that all the way. The second show was Ladies Night, and we kept building from Ladies Night. Then we had a show on, what's that, matriculous vaginosis? What is that the thing, Jasmine, the women get?
Sexual
Vaginosis?
vaginosis? Yes.
We had a show on that because that's what the ladies wanted. We let y'all decide what we're going to teach. So last week, we didn't even get to spirit. We got into spiritual destiny a little bit, but we didn't get way into it. And when we was getting ready to go, it was a lot of birthdays that we didn't get to. So I was like, if we're going to do birthdays, we might as well get to relationships and then mix in spiritual destiny. And even if we don't get to spiritual destiny, that might be week 3. We might just be covering only spiritual destiny. Because I want y'all to have some fun relationships. I'm tired of y'all having some dull ass for the kids till they 18 type relationships. We can give you some fun in it.
Something else I want to add, just to put a little cherry on the top, when it comes to relationships and intimacy, and for us ladies, sometimes our libido may be dim, even for some of you men. your sex drive. But ladies, for your libido, I have a 13-year career background in OBGYN. I worked for a gynecologist. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. I've been in vaginal deliveries, C-sections. So if you're struggling from ovarian cysts, vaginal infections, low libido, you've had a hysterectomy, infertility, you can't get pregnant, come to class, ask those questions. There is an herb, there is a supplement, there is an exercise, there is a recommendation. Maybe you're not asking your gynecologist the right questions. Maybe you just, a lot of women tell me they don't have a desire to have sex. Your hormones are low. You went into menopause early. Come to class, come ask those questions. I mean, I'm a walking book of knowledge when it comes to that. I specialize. You trying to get pregnant? Honey, I can help you get pregnant. Bring all of those questions. So this isn't just rituals and spells, but this is also health related things as well. Khayr, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to throw that in there because relationships and sex comes from having a healthy body, feeling. Us women, we have to feel sexy. Sex for us isn't just physical, it's mental, it's emotional. We care about how we look and how we feel. And if something ain't right, if the yoni ain't right, we don't want to give up the cookie. So come, you want to fix your cookie? Let's talk about that too.
You can't never interrupt me when you come talk about women's health, because if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So let her get all the way happy. I was letting you get your shine on, because I forgot to tell everybody that she got that's a whole Jupiter cycle plus one in the OBGYN in Hollywood. Well, these women is coming in, they ain't kicking no damn Medicaid. Like, they pulling up in the Range Rovers, the Maseratis, the Porsches, the Lamborghinis, the limousines, the Bentley trucks.
Anyone that you've seen grace the cover of a People magazine, most likely I've seen their vagina because they've been in the office I worked at. But not even, it's deeper than that. It's women feeling good about our bodies, and our sexual health is very important. And it's a taboo. It can be embarrassing. There's questions. And I'll tell you something. There's a lot of things gynecologists in Western medicine do not share with you ladies. There are women out here with ovarian cysts, they're doctors, they got fibroids, being told your only option is a myomectomy. Your only option is a hysterectomy. You need a hysterosalpingogram because your tubes are blocked. Did you know that there are actual alternative natural options to those procedures? You don't have to have an invasive procedure. You may not need an IVF to get pregnant. You may need the right hormonal supplements. Ladies, do you know that your vaginal flora could be killing sperm, and that's why you're not getting pregnant? These are things your gynecologist can't tell you, but you can show up with those questions, and I got the answer for you. See, look, he's like, I don't know nothing about that. And you know what, for you men too, if you're trying to have a baby, your woman isn't getting pregnant, or you go touch her, you knocking on the booty, tap, 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 and she like, nah, not tonight. It might not be because she's bitchy or cranky. It might not even be you. It might be something going on with her. You know what I'm saying? So you may want to, this is a conversation that men should be on. These are questions you should ask. If your lady, she ain't performing the same way, her vagina's dry, whatever it is, you should come ask these questions. There is a solution. And I'll tell you one thing, there is nothing sexier to me in the world than a man that cares about my vaginal health, my ovaries, my uterus, my yoni. He like, okay, baby, you got cramps? Let me put a nice heating pad on your tummy, rub your back, rub your feet, and give you some Advil while you on your lady days. That shit is sexy right there. So you kings watching this, you might want to show up for this too. I'm just saying. Hey.
This is what I keep telling y'all. We not just regular old astrologers and witches. You know what I'm saying? We got professional know-how. We do more than just light candles and look at charts. You feel what I'm saying? You want to set up a website? You might want to call me. Well, you just do astrology. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, go ahead then. Don't worry about that. You ain't got a CRM. Do you know what a CRM is? I don't know what that is. Do you know Active Campaign, Aweber, MailChimp, and Drip? Do you know what they do? Do you know what a Drip campaign is? Do you know what ClickFunnels is? Do you know what a value ladder is? We trying to bring all that to the table. You see what I'm saying? So like, come on, man. We see this bookshelf back there? That's us. We just represent that, but we just moving. And it ain't because we read all them books. It's because we living and practicing this stuff. All right. So Alice is asking me, am I looking at your comments? I'm looking at everybody's comments. Somebody asked me, um, somebody said, how do we get the replays? If you pay for the class, you'll always get the replay. So if you paid for Thursday's class and you haven't gotten the replay by now, I don't, excuse me, I don't know how you ain't got it, but send me your email address or your proof that you paid, and I'll get you a copy of the replay. If you didn't come in for Thursday's class, I'm going to have it set up where you can purchase the replay of Thursday's class as if you were live and direct in the class, but it's going to be $35, okay? So replays, if you didn't pay the week of, are $35. Live class is $26, and you always get the replay. You always get lifetime access. We're building a library for y'all, and it's going to be in a separate place other than YouTube, so you can be like, oh, I need that. I need that question. I'm going in there to get that. You may want to pay $35 for one question. What does it mean when the candle breaks? What's an I am ritual? That's two things right there is worth $35. Somebody says, I'm tired of being celibate, so I know I need help. Okay, I want to say something. I want to be clear. I've said this a lot of times. Let me take my glasses off. When you repeat misinformation, that's the worst thing. And when you call something what is not. So some of you, most of you are not celibate. You're abstinent. Abstinent means I ain't getting none, but I'm still self-pleasuring myself or masturbating.
Hello.
And I may not even be sure when I'm gonna get some. That's abstinent. Celibacy is a spiritual thing, write this down, with an ending date. So you can't say, I ain't had sex in 6 years and I'm celibate. No, you're abstaining because you got issues. You got issues. You haven't found the system. So you're just abstinent. Quit trying to, because celibate sounds so good. I'm just so spiritual. You know, I'm not having sex because I'm spiritual. You know, I'm just waiting on the right one. And no, stop running that game. That's not the facts. No, you're not. You're just abstinent. And it's because of you and the choices that you've made. Celibacy is, I'm going into this thing on August the 26th. I'm starting my celibacy, and I'm going to come off Christmas Day. So around Christmas, I'm planning on busting somebody up. I'm going to be rocking somebody. I'm going to have a good Christmas holiday all the way into the new year. Somebody's going to be getting busted wide open or riding face or something, turned upside down, sideways, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Celibacy has an ending. Okay, I need to chill so I can get into me. Into me, I see. That's a form of intimacy too. I'm not even doing any masturbation or self-pleasure. I'm strictly going into my spiritual practice so I can get that aligned. So now when I add another person, celibacy comes off. That thing is nice and oiled and it's nice and smooth. So then you can come in and be like, you know what? I'm so confident in my spiritual practice that I now can orgasm at will. And no one else is responsible for my orgasm. I can because to orgasm, ladies, you have to feel protected and safe. You know what I'm saying? Comfortable and relaxed. A lot of y'all don't know how to relax. You don't meditate. You don't feel safe in your own practice. You don't feel safe in your own skin. You're locked up in some kind of cage. And then you want to look at the brother and be like, well, you know, I ain't had sex because none of these brothers can make me come. That ain't my job. That ain't my job. Listen, I'll tell you though, do I enjoy when y'all come? Praise the Lord. Praise him, praise him, praise him.
Like Jesus.
That's right, white Jesus. I like it if you come before me. I like it if you come after me. I like it if you come and I don't come. I really like it if we come together. Oh, that's fine and dandy. But that ain't my responsibility, player. Okay? That's your responsibility because that is, whose orgasm? Yours. That's another myth we trying to bust. Oh, you didn't
Mhm.
make me come. Huh?
Woo.
How can you make me? Oh, okay. Like, anyway, Jasmine, you had a point. I'm sorry. Let me get that off my
Yeah,
soapbox.
well,
Please go ahead.
I'll just say really, no, one, of course, we all know with women, sex and orgasm is mental, but there is a difference in abstinence by choice and by default. Some of y'all ain't getting it because don't nobody want to give it to you because your energy ain't right. Because
Toxic,
you ain't right, your
toxic.
energy ain't right, your things come out your mouth ain't right. And don't even get me going into hygiene and your appearance. I might offend some people, so we won't go there. But men are visual, even women are visual. Hey, I like him, her. I'm open opportunity. I like men and women. She got better look right and smell good. Okay, I won't go down there. It better be right. So a lot of y'all ain't getting it because don't nobody want you because you didn't convince yourself that you're celibate, but in actuality, you are a sexual repellent.
Ooh.
You're repelling it. Ouch. Woo, that's fucked up. That hurts. Yeah, some of you are repelling. You couldn't catch the flu if you wanted to, let alone a sexual partner. Come to class. We're gonna fix that too.
That's enough for y'all tonight. That's enough. Sexual repellent. If you
Yes.
feel if what she said was touching to you, you should be in class on Thursday. I'm talking about falling up in that piece sideways, like Nutty Professor when he was driving that, when he was slinging the car around the corner. You know, they seen the cars, they be drifting. You need to slide up in class just like that. What's up, Miss Ifeche Adobum? I can't even pronounce it. I ain't gonna mess your name up. So class will be this Thursday, 9 o'clock. It's gonna be $26. If you miss class but you pay for it, you'll be getting the replay. If you miss class and you come after the 24 hours after the class, then it'll be $35. Um, the site will be up, self-discovery. Can somebody type that? Self-discoveryclass.info. Like, look what it says, self-discovery class. And what are we giving you? Information. It's up to you, though. When you take this raw information and process it, it turns into wisdom. This is really a wisdom class.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, but actually, I'm kind of sneaky because all of this falls up under my law, love, abundance, and wisdom. So we
Yes.
want to be able to give you more of the law. We want you to be able, we're trying to fulfill the law. And we also trying to put our spiritual house together. Our goal is we want to help 200 people in these first 4 classes. You know what I'm saying? So are you one of the 200? And then we want to, by Christmas, we want to have 1,000 people that have came and have taken at least one class. We want to have at least 1,000 people that's came and said, you know what? I'm in that 26 club. We might make t-shirts that be like self-discovery 26, 26, baby. You know what I'm saying? Which is wisdom, equality, all being born to build, destroy. If you look at the math, you know what that 2 is. That's wisdom. That's wise words being spoken. That's the application of knowledge. And then the 6 is equality. Aren't you tired of being on the other side, the disadvantage? Don't you want to have some equality in your life? And then 2 plus 6 equals 8, which is build and destroy. Before you can build, you got to destroy those things in yourself. But a lot of y'all don't know what's beating yourself up because you don't want to go get a checkup. You don't want to go you don't want to go and discover yourself. Like, this is the mystical mammograms that we're doing. We're doing mystical, spiritual, magical mammograms. So when we see something, what do? We attack it. You can't negotiate with cancer. You can't negotiate with heart disease. You can't negotiate with uh, ovarian cyst. There's no negotiation. There's no
Mm-hmm.
negotiation. Oh, well, what do you mean? Would you like to consider leaving? The cancer gonna be like, hell no, I like it up in here. You a host. Don't
Hello.
you? Ain't you tired of being a host? Ain't you tired of being a host for stuff? Won't you be, like Jasmine said, if you start voting for yourself, you start being a
Mm-hmm.
host for love, happiness. Ladies, y'all ready for this third word? Ease. One more
Mm.
time. Ease. You like doing stuff hard? I just the sisters that was over here today, I said, ain't y'all too cute to keep working so hard? They was like, yeah. I said, well, what's the problem? How you cute and still working hard? How that go
Mm-hmm.
together? You ain't supposed to be cute and doing a whole bunch of heavy lifting. Let the magic do the lifting. So, uh, ain't no such thing. All of it's mucus. All of it's not mucus. I'm sorry, Dr. Sabi was not correct. He was not a scientist. You need mucus in your body, period. You don't need too much mucus, but you still need mucus. Without mucus, the vagina would be dry. Hello? So we ain't getting ready. Please don't. We don't generalize over here. We don't generalize. We don't parrot. We scientists over here. Okay. So ain't no just like, oh, well, if you don't have no mucus, you'll be a perfect health. Dr. Sabi gone. He ain't had. What happened to him? So we don't do that no more. We come with the facts. We still honoring him as an ancestor, but we still are improving upon the old model. All right. So thank y'all so much. The cancer is really an entity. It's not about mucus caused the cancer. The cancer is an entity that you allowed to live and you become a host. Like you're an Airbnb for cancer if you got cancer. So what is the message that cancer is bringing you? Cancer is here to bring you a message. Get the message and tell cancer to get the F on. That's what it's about. The doctor ain't gonna tell you this. All disease and all pleasure, all poverty and all prosperity starts in the spiritual realm. Any type of disease that you have down here is a condition and a reflection of what's happening upstairs. When they say as above, so below, that's what it is. So we're trying to get you connected to the you through discovery. So sometimes it sounds like we kind of harsh, but we ain't trying to play with nobody. We're trying to come through and make sure that you get it so you can apply it a little bit at a time. That's why it's only $26. You just get a little bit. Don't try to answer all of your life questions every class. It's okay. You may just come in for the first 30 minutes and be like, yo, these mine. All right, I got that. I got to go. I know some of y'all at work listening to us on the little earbuds too. Don't even be like, oh, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, right. Picture that. Yes, it is. It's 9 p.m. Eastern, so that means it's 6 o'clock on the West Coast. We did it so it wouldn't be too late over here on the East Coast, and it's easy breezy on the left coast. It's 2 o'clock in the morning if you're in the UK. So if you're in the UK or Africa or one of those time zones and you won't be up, just pay for the course ahead of time. Then when you wake up in the morning, guess what you have in your email? The replay. Is it worth staying up 2 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. Just go to bed. Just go to bed at 8 and get up at 1:30 and just click on and come to class. Thank you, Dr. Johnson. We appreciate you too. We look forward to seeing you one of these Thursdays. Come through. Okay, everybody said thank you. I appreciate all of y'all. What was the big thing that y'all picked up from this small discussion that we had tonight? What was something that you picked up tonight that you can learn? Because even though we ain't even teaching class yet, I'm sure hopefully somebody picked up some jewels tonight, because I sure did. Because I ain't even know all that stuff about the all that stuff Jasmine just went into. I was just like, what the? I'm going to have to cut that out. That might be a whole separate video by itself. I was like, damn, she's stunting. So, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how do we do? And everybody who's coming from last Thursday, we appreciate it. Selfdiscoveryclass.info is the site you're going to be able to go sign up with. And that's all I got for y'all tonight. Jasmine, you got some closing words before I hit them with the prayer?
See you Thursday.
No drinking and smoking before class. No drinking and smoking before class. I'm going to say it today, I'm going to say it Tuesday, and I'm going to say it Thursday before class. All right. Alice says, Coach, tonight all you did was tell me off. Well, that's your personal opinion. I thought I was talking to everybody. But if you took it personal, hey, a hit dog will holler. So that's all. Can we pay for more than one class in advance? No, because I ain't keeping up with that stuff. Now, maybe after I get it set up and rolling, but not yet. But right now, nope. But I appreciate that, Quentin. That lets me know somebody's interested in saying, man, Let me get the month. Just give me all 4 of them. Just one time. That's a smart move. But yes, no wine, no wine, no 211s, no Mad Dog, no marijuana, no nothing. Don't even want you smoking no Black and Mild, no nothing. It's a clear class. Your teachers are coming to class clear. Why don't you come to class clear? We're not coming there. It's not it's a serious class, not for you to be coming there playing. You come on here and drink you a glass of wine on my Facebook Live, but I'm a Taurus. When money's on the line, I switch up and get serious. I ain't got time. You can ask Jasmine. That's boo. But when it comes to money, she can get it.
If you want to drink something, drink some mugwort tea. That's what I was sipping on. If you don't know what mugwort tea is or why you should drink it, you should Google it before you come to class. Get you some. It's at Whole Foods.
Sip on you some mugwort tea. Anything that's a brain stimulant, not alcohol, not a relaxing. Oh, I study better. We're looking for involvement. We're looking for hand raising. People want to come on there and all that. You don't have to cut your camera on, okay? If you want to cut your camera on and talk to us, that's fine. If you don't, you can just stay in the chat. It's all good. We're gonna get to you.
But I want to bring some people on camera. That was fun. I want to see some of y'all and talk to you, face to face, one-on-one. So, yeah, let's do that.
Cha-ching. I don't know what Reggie talking about. I'm totally disqualified. I don't know. Reggie, you late as hell, so you ain't disqualified for nothing. Go back and watch the replay. Marilyn said, is there a replay? I just came in, don't know what we're talking about. Absolutely. It'll be up here in a few minutes. Y'all were great. 10, I learned not to let my lower self stop me from what my higher self knows it needs. That could be a whole class too, just lower higher self. Like, it's tons of information on that. And Miss Savage, it's okay. You can drink the wine later, okay? It's all good. Mugwort tea before class. Somebody said it's so bitter. Why don't you put some agave in it? Or she didn't say you couldn't sweeten it up. It's yours.
Yeah.
And if you were sweet, you could put your finger in it. And then you could be like, right there like that. All right, fam. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. We found you in peace. You're over here on my channel. You know we always leave you in prayer. We're going to holler at y'all on Thursday. Of course, we'll probably have another live because I still got things I got to talk about with Jay-Z because I still got other things I want to talk about too. But the video I just posted about Jay-Z and Colin Kaepernick, I summed it all up. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So I put a little something together, and then I have other things I want to talk about too because my Tai Chi class is on Wednesday. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, I do have Tai Chi class on Wednesday. 6:45 is meditation. Tai Chi starts at 7. That class is over at 8:30. It is no video. You got to be live and direct. So you can fly in Wednesday morning, come to class, and you can just fly out Thursday, or you can stay an extra day and come over here and sit on the couch. I got room for 3 people right here in person if you want to come to the crib. And I might can bring in an extra chair. So if you want to come to the house in Atlanta, you're gonna have to pay. I got a couch right here beside me. So thank y'all so much. Found you in peace. We're gonna leave y'all in prayer. Anna Bakoa, Gidulaki Minka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Naagibo, Dushe Yekadeka, Kavava Shamran, Barkum Taram, Rakame, Tazika Taker, Tamid Gamblin, Kasim Kadosh, Baru Tufka, Nahel Adateka. Yakit Gehel on Chapane, Zukre, Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Tazakatanu, Yodea Talamut, Buruk Shem, Kovo Makuto, Alam Vae. Peace.